release position for the back and for the hips. This is going to require some props. I really like using yoga blocks or yoga mats, both if you have them. If you only have a yoga mat, that's okay. You can get some pillows that you can use for propping. So what we want to do here is we want to get the upper body and the lower body in a position where the back muscles can let go, the hip muscles can let down. At first, I always like to do the check-in, how does my body meet the ground? And we're going to go ahead and lay on the back. Key parts to notice, what's this low back and kind of like shoulder blade down? Is there a big arch? No. What does it feel like? Is it uncomfortable? Notice how far the thighs are from the ground if they're touching. Just kind of notice how your pelvis rests. What you can do is just kind of compare the pubic bone and this as-is marker on the front. So as I rest, I kind of tilt back. A lot of people will rest forward and some people just rest in neutral. That just kind of lets you know where the pull is coming from in your front body or your back body. So check in. Then what we want to do is get the prop. So we're going to take the block, bend your knees, and you're going to put the block at your sacrum. So you kind of want to put it in a place where it's not blocking your low back at all. In fact, you want to put it as low enough to where your pelvis is going to rock back. You want it low enough so it doesn't slip out though. So if you bring your legs up and it starts to slip, you have it down too low. So there's that piece. The second part is sometimes when we're laying on our back, our ribs are so stiff, our rib cage is so stiff that we kind of pitch up like this. And so if that's the case for you where you can do like a climbing grip on your rib cage, you want to prop your head and have something under your head. So this is more flush with your body wall. Sometimes people will even need to prop shoulders and head. So I'm going to get that first. So I have that propped. Now I'm going to get the block back. And as you get on the block, it's going to kind of push you back. So you may need to readjust. Kind of awkward. Make sure you're not slipping out. I'm slipping out. So with this here, when I'm all propped up like this, my back is not touching the ground, and that's okay. So kind of as you start to relax, your back will meet the ground a little bit more in the upper part, and then you'll find that your lower back starts to let go as well. Sometimes another thing that happens is people have a hard time holding their legs up. It's kind of intense. So what we want to do with that is let your feet go a little bit wider so your knees stay hip width apart. That will kind of relax those inner thighs. Some people this might feel like a stretch, so kind of go with what your body is able to do so you can be comfortable here. And just focus on your breathing. Set your timer for 5 minutes. Okay, after the 5 minutes, you want to get off of the block. So move the block, move your props to the side, and check in with your back. And notice if you feel like you're a little more relaxed. And for me, I can really notice a big change in how my back is now touching the ground. I'm not as tight and tense in my low back and SI joints. Have fun with that.